Well, hello, lovelies. I am Terry True Crime, and I am very happy to be back live and not doing pre record. So, I did have a great time on my travels. I will say 4 countries, and I don't even remember how many days. It was a lot, but I missed everyone. And welcome to Midday Missing, where we highlight current missing person cases that need more attention. And we live stream every Monday and Wednesday at noon Central, unless, like today, it is a little after 11 Central because of Couch Court with Llama. And oh, I just looked at my hair. Oh, I guess I maybe should have ran a brush through it before I said I could jump on quick, huh? Oh, well, who cares? But because Llama is streaming over on Couch Court, we will be going at lunchtime whenever court is. So we're a little early. I do want to ask, can everybody hear me okay? My boom mic stand broke while I was gone. So I have my microphone sitting in one of my old True Crime and Wine Time mugs until Double H can get in here to fix it for me. So I hope everyone can hear me okay. Um, and first, I want to say hello to everybody. It looks like y'all made it over. I hope you made it over with all of your body parts. So, hi, Angie. Kelly P's here, Lady in Gray, Savage. You do not have to behave just because I'm around, okay? The good news is I'm still a little jet lagged and I still am a little confused on where I'm at and what day. So you can get away with a lot right now, okay? And Mama Llama's here. Pam's here. Oh my God, y'all are all here today. So I am going to warn y'all, I am running the scenes in the background as well. So you got to remember, I'm not great at it. And it's been like 3 weeks, I think, since I've done this. So let's get started and see how things go. Now, we were going to be covering the disappearance of Kada Scott. Well, guys, over the weekend, there has been major updates to this case. She went missing on Saturday, October 4th. There was even updates today, and there is a press conference going on right now. But Kada was last seen when she stepped outside during her shift at the assisted living facility where she worked. Now, Kada had been receiving harassing phone calls. Also, guys, Kada's car was still in the facility's parking lot where she worked, but she was never seen alive again. I want you to stop and think about that. I tell you, things happen quickly. Okay. She stepped outside at work. She'd been at work about an hour. She stepped outside for a minute and was never seen again. Guys, that is scary. And if that doesn't give you an indication that we need to be more aware of our surroundings, even when you're just doing something like that, okay, that's insane. Now, I know this is totally different, but Saturday night, Monkey Butt and I stepped outside to go feed the goats and put the goats up for the night. And she screamed. Mind you, I was barefooted. She goes, Mama, snake. So we had to stop so she could go get a shovel and we could kill the snake. I say that because what if I was just so blatantly running out to my car and something happened? Things can happen. I need to do a better job of being aware of my surroundings, even in my own backyard. So I know that's way off topic, but there's that. Now, with Kada's disappearance on Wednesday, October 15th, Keon King was arrested on kidnapping charges in the disappearance of Kada Scott. Okay. Law enforcement said that King had been in communication with Kada up to before she disappeared. Now, items belonging to Kada were found during a search at the Ada H.H. Lewis Middle School, which is currently abandoned and not in use. Now, guys, on October 18th, police received an anonymous tip. And upon searching the wooded area behind that school where her belongings were found, a shallow grave containing the body of a female was found. Okay. Just this morning, Philadelphia police and the DA's office reported that the remains found were those of Kada Scott and that Keon King will be charged with murder. Now, they also said that King was the last person in contact with Kada when she went missing and that her phone and his phone pinged together. Now, guys, this, I don't know what to say about it. Keon King had been arrested previously for kidnapping and strangulation. Thankfully, the young lady lived, but the charges were dropped when the victim failed to show up in court. Guys, no shame on her, okay? No shame on her, because that is a scary thing to go through. And I personally would like to think I would be strong enough to go to court and testify. I don't know. So no shame, but I wish there was a way that law enforcement could have found a way to still take him to trial and not drop the charges, because then this maybe wouldn't have happened. Now, I am glad that King is in jail. I am glad that they are charging him with murder. And I hope that Kada's family finds some peace now knowing what happened to her, that the person who did this to her is in jail and will stand trial, and that they have her remains so they can bury her and say their proper goodbyes. Guys, that makes me sad. Lady in Gray just said, Lady in Gray, let me figure out how to put this on screen. Yesterday was the birthday of my high school friend who's been missing for 8 years. We know she's dead, just not where she is. Her ex unalived himself when the Leo closed in on him. Lady in Gray, I need you to send me your high school friend's name. Have we covered your friend? If not, we should. Okay? We need to. Okay? We need to. Now, I want to remind all of you, if you know of or if you have a loved one that's missing and you're interested in having their story featured on an upcoming episode, please send us the information. Or if you want to join us for a live interview, contact Amy, our producer, at email at amy@tcwtmedia.com, or you can contact us through any of our social media accounts. Okay. I love that you guys are talking about songs, because I find myself singing random songs all the time. And I don't know what it is, but for about the last 5 days, I keep singing, "How much is that doggy in the window?" I don't know why. I didn't see a dog in the window anywhere, but just goes to tell you that Terry True Crime's brain is a mess. Okay. It's a mess. Now, this next case, I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm going to try to keep my rants to a minimum, because I did have someone send me a message telling me my rants on Midday Missing are a bit obnoxious. So I'm not going to completely get rid of them, but I'll try to tone it down. Now, 19-year-old Kadin Black vanished December 17th, 2022, under very mysterious and troubling circumstances that haunt his family and the community. Now, Kadin was a talented athlete who played wide receiver, and he also liked to get into boxing and kind of mess around with training as a boxer. He was last seen, they're saying, either the night of December 17th, early in the morning of December 18th. So he was staying with a friend in Vickilee, or on Vickilee Drive. Now, he'd been staying there, but he borrowed his friend's car to go cash his paycheck. And that paycheck money is in the bank, never got touched. And he had planned to visit his father the next day. But guys, he never arrived to see his father. Aw, Pam, thank you for telling me I can rant. Like I said, I'm not going to totally get rid of them, because it's just who I am. Let's just be honest. Now, when Kadin failed to show up or make contact, his father, Maurice Black, became worried. Okay. Now, I did read an article that said he had called the boys, house where Kadin had been staying, and a man who he thinks was the gentleman's father told him his son was sleeping. Okay. Now, but after 2 days without hearing from his son, he filed a missing persons report. Now, according to Lower Windsor Township Police, Kadin's shoes, wallet, and cell phone were missing. Guys, and some of his social media accounts had been deactivated. Now, his phone last pinged on December 18th near Old Windsor Road in Lower Windsor, East Prospect area. Guys, every time I hear Windsor, I think of Windsor Castle. Maybe it's because I just got back from all of my travels and I didn't get to go see it on my stay over in London. Now, just 1 week after turning 19 and days before Christmas, Kadin seemed to have had every reason to stay close to his family. He was described by loved ones as a fun-loving teen who adored football, dirt bikes, working out, and goofing off. Sounds like a typical teenage male. Now, he was primarily raised by his mother after his parents' divorce. Now, Kadin returned to Pennsylvania in 2019 to live with his father when he began missing his friends and community. Although a disagreement had recently led him to stay with a friend's family, and Kadin and his father still maintained their Sunday routine of exercising the dogs together. Now, I included that fact because I wanted people to know just because teenagers and their parents get into disagreements and maybe they go stay somewhere for a little bit doesn't mean that they don't love each other and that they still don't have a relationship together. I can tell you Monkey Butt is going to be 13 in a couple weeks, about a month, I guess, and she's already showing signs of some sassiness, okay? It happens. Now, police said Kadin had dinner with a work friend on December 16th, but he never showed up for his job at DeLauder's A1 Moving Helpers on December 19th. Now, his coworkers told investigators they expected to see him that day, and they had no idea where he could have gone. Now, Kadin is described as 5 foot 10 inches tall and about 160 pounds with an athletic build. I mean, guys, look at that smile. Look at that smile. Savage, it's okay that you didn't know I was talking already. It's okay. Now, Kadin faced emotional challenges and had been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, oppositional defiant disorder, and autism. His family said he was looking forward to his future and an upcoming court hearing that they believe would clear his name from an incident. Now, I read articles. His mom took him to the doctor, got him diagnosed, got him on medication. Guys, just because a teenager has these issues does not mean that they ran off on their own or that they're bad kids. Okay. So if anybody's thinking that, don't. Just stop. Okay. I have a son who has bipolar disorder. It's a challenge for him, but there is medication. And it sounds like Kadin was accepting this diagnosis and trying to do the right things. Now, search efforts for Kadin have been extensive. Investigators searched his home, vehicles he had access to, and his family's former residence, and multiple wooded areas in Lower Windsor and the surrounding areas. The searches included ground teams, drone surveillance, and canine units trained in electronics detection. I'm assuming that's so that they could find the phone, but no trace of Kadin was found. Now, detectives have also interviewed friends, neighbors, and coworkers as part of this investigation. Now, police report that in the over 2 years since Kadin's disappearance, they have conducted hundreds of interviews and followed countless leads, yet the circumstances of his disappearance remain unknown. Sorry, guys. Adding to the heartbreak, months after Kadin vanished, the man he had been staying with, Christopher Faust, blocked the family on Facebook, and they sold Kadin's Toyota 4Runner, which is a vehicle gifted by his mother, but was titled in false name for insurance purposes. Okay, guys, I'm going to try not to rant, but excuse me. That is suspicious as hell. Why would he sell it? Why would you not give it back to the family? He's missing. They haven't found his body. What if he comes back? What if he had a mental break? What if he's living on the streets somewhere? You took it upon yourself to sell something that doesn't belong to you? And this guy is supposedly your friend? I find that suspicious as hell. And why would you block the family on Facebook unless you had something to do with it? Tell me. I'm beginning to think this Chris guy, friend, is kind of like the Chase Lackey. Friends, I don't like it. I don't like it. That is a problem for me. What if his family wanted to keep it? What if it meant something to his mom? She gifted that to her son. Why did you sell it? Now, I did go down rabbit holes on Reddit who said the guy needed money, all kind of stuff. But I don't care. You don't do that. Now, Kadin's family continues to fight for answers with the help from the Doc Ellis Foundation, which is a national nonprofit that supports minority families of missing loved ones. Okay. They also keep the public informed through the Find Kadin Black Facebook page, where they share updates and ask for continued support and awareness. Okay. I want to ask all of you, if you have Facebook, head on over to the book phase, go to the Find Kadin Black page, like it. Let's show that family that we care. Because, guys, I was shocked at the small amount of news coverages this case has received. And I am so thankful that this family found a foundation to help him. Okay. Now, if you want to go down all the conspiracy rabbit holes and all of that stuff, I did find a Reddit page without a trace that has many, many rabbit holes you could go down. Okay. There's a lot of suspicion. And locals who have commented, it was an interesting thing to go down because people who live next door, according to what they say on Reddit, have said things. And it's interesting. It's very suspicious. Okay. Very suspicious. My other thing that I wondered is, why did he have to borrow his friend's car to go cash his check if he had a 4Runner? Or is the media saying because that 4Runner was titled in that friend's name, they're calling it his car? I don't know, but that was just something I found very, very interesting. So, guys, anyone with information about the disappearance of Kadin Black is urged to contact the Lower Windsor Township Police Department at 717 244 8055. Guys, my nose itches. I also want to ask you, if you're on Facebook, to please go over to our Midday Missing page and share Kadin's missing person flyer. Let's help this family get the word out and do what little bit we can to help his family. Guys, it's going to be 3 years coming up here. I mean, December's just right around the corner. So 3 years of a family going to bed, not knowing where their son is. Is he safe? Is he fed? Is he injured? Has he been killed? So let's do the little bit that we can. Okay. Now, next, I'm going to give you some tips for after dark. Okay. Because let's be real, evil doesn't keep business hours. It's kind of like me and Mama. We're all over the place. Now, darkness is a criminal's best friend. So you need to carry a small flashlight. Use your phone's light, or better yet, guys, I've said it before, park only in well-lit areas, okay? Avoid shortcuts through alleys, wooded trails, or empty parking lots. Those are true crime bingo squares you don't want to check off, okay? Walk with confidence, head up, shoulders back, aware but not paranoid. Also, guys, do not be doing this. I saw so many people on my travels walking and doing this. And I was like, they were running into things into people. Put the phone down, okay? Pay attention. And if you feel uneasy, call someone, have them stay on the line with you until you're safely inside, okay? Predators look for distracted and isolated targets. So you want to project that vibe. I see you and I will scream bloody murder vibe, okay? Now, always back into a spot when possible. They say it gives you a faster exit. If you're like me, though, make sure there's no cars next to you. For whatever reason, I cannot park up into a parking spot. It's just me. I don't know why. I try and I hit things. And I've learned if I would just not use the backup camera, I can back up. That backup camera and trying to use it, I don't do well. Also, have your keys ready before you reach your car. Okay. Have them out. Don't stop, dig in your purse and look for them. Also, check the back seat. Okay. Check the back seat. You know what? If something feels off, go get help. Go back inside. I would rather be embarrassed and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I saw something in the back seat," than to be taken. Okay. Also, I say this all the time, let a trusted friend or family member know where you're headed and when you'll be home. So we met up with some other friends while we were in Paris. We all shared our location. You can set it for a designated amount of time. We did that so we would know where each other was when we weren't together, when you're inside an Uber, a taxi, we took trains. It's just a good idea. Okay. Guys, if you're out for fun, I've said this, never leave your drink unattended. Okay. Take it to the restroom with you. No shame in that. Okay. If you have to, take it with you. Now, as soon as you get to wherever you're going, get inside the house, the hotel, lock the doors and windows, turn on a light or two. Okay. Let them know that somebody's there. And as always, guys, trust your gut. Okay. Trust your gut. Our guts are there for a reason. You are absolutely correct. Noise canceling headphones are not a good idea. I saw young people running, and yes, nobody was chasing them in Vienna, both AirPods in on their phones doing this. And I'm like, how can you hear if a car is going to hit you or if somebody wants to grab you? I don't get it. Put one in, make sure you can hear. Okay. Guys, I want to, here I go again, trying to figure out how to do this. There we go. Wrong one. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday for our next episode of Midday Missing. I will start the live stream once Llama gives me the go ahead from court. Now, don't forget, you can join our Facebook group. That is where we post all of our missing person posters, as well as share other posters. That's our Midday Missing. Go join our True Crime and Wine Time page. That's where we share everything else and some crazy stuff. Now, True Crime and Wine Time, if you didn't know, airs every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. This is where we offer weekly deep dives into shocking true crime cases, perfectly paired with wine. And guys, this week we will cover the case of All Duckies Go to Heaven, the devastating tale of Judith Barzey. Oh my, it's going to be a doozy, guys. Just trust me. It's going to be a doozy. Oh, Kelly P., you said Rachel Morin was brutally murdered on a trail a couple of years ago. She had earpods in. I know we've got to remember to stay aware because there's bad people out there. Now, if you haven't yet, please like this video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when we go live or drop a new episode. Now, if you're listening on the podcast app, please download and leave us a review. Believe it or not, it helps others find our show. Now, if you need more Terry True Crime and Llama, You can always find us doing something on our True Crime and Wine Time YouTube video. And if you haven't become a member of our YouTube channel, you really should, because we have all sorts of amazing perks for members, including several shows that are exclusively only for members and much more. Now, all you've got to do is click the join button on our page, pick a level which works for you. I mean, guys, our starting level is as low as 99 cents a month. That's cheaper than a cup of coffee, even at McDonald's. Okay. So, pretty reasonable. Now, if you can't afford it, it's not in your budget, that's okay. We still do a lot of things for the public. Okay. So, we're here. Now, also this Friday, we will be live again with our members with another episode of TMI. And I'm going to work on mine today, but I can tell you TMI is always, always fun and always crazy. Now, guys, please, until next time, stay safe, stay aware, and share the missing person posters on our page so that we can help these families bring their loved ones home. Now, guys, I think you're going to port back over to Couch Court with Llama. There will be a wait unless Llama pops back on early, because I know they are at lunch, but I will see you over there. And until Wednesday, guys, be safe. Take care.